Welcome back to Weddy TV. In this episode, we're out on a bit of a solo mission. It was an awesome forecast and I didn't want to miss out on getting out for a dive. With our new signature series out and the water still being quite chilly, I'm opting for the deep Spearo combination with our signature smooth jacket and our armour bottoms. Take note, when I'm putting the signature smooth jacket on, I soak the outside as well as the inside. This is to ensure not to damage it when putting it on. This is the absolute pinnacle in comfort. This smooth skin jacket is so flexible, so warm, and very adaptive with how it fits me.
Visibility looks not too bad, maybe about 8 metres or so. Hoping that there might be a few snapper up in the shallows. The tide is rising, so the fish are more likely to move in shallow and start feeding when you get closer to high tide. So I'm hoping that's in my favour because it's the middle of the day, so I've sort of missed that morning period, and yeah, let's hope for the best.
Visibility was a little dusty as the algae bloom had already started. Algae blooms tend to happen right at the start of spring, often associated with extended periods of sunlight or the warming of the water. This can cause the visibility to be quite hard to see. A great start picking up this nice small snapper in this likely looking spot. There was plenty of bait and fish about right up in the shallows, which looks so promising for snapper. With all these blue mau around, there's bound to be a snapper here somewhere. I sneak over this high point to conceal myself, and straight away this nice fish comes in to have a look. But I unfortunately didn't have my gun in the right position, and it was a little bit surgy. I take a long shot before the fish spooks, and I can see I haven't hit it that well. I'm in that awkward position whether I should quickly race down and grab the fish or just slowly try to play it, and it tears itself off. I can see it's ducked into the weeds, so I'm quickly reloading my gun put myself in a position to put in a second shot, to get myself in a position for a second shot. Unfortunately, after looking around for a while, this fish has done a Houdini and disappeared somewhere. I was gutted, as this was a nice fish and I hate losing them. Being by myself, I didn't want to go too far away from the boat so I could keep it in sight, especially as the wind seemed to be picking up and I didn't want my anchor to pull. So as I snapper snooped along the shallows, I set multiple snapper traps or ground baits that I could check on the way back to the boat. First ground bait is good. There's a nice fish on it, so I waste no time getting a good shot. One more snapper ground bait to check just before I get back to the boat. After dispatching that snapper, I head back over to try and find that nice butterfish again. There he is, tucked up in the kelp. I just need to try and spook him out and shoot him.
good first swim there. It was quite dusty in the shallows, but you see there was lots and lots of fish with that rising tide. It's a shame I sort of lost that good one. It was a bit of a stupid shot. I should have got a little bit closer, but still got a few snapper on that first swim, which is good, and a nice big butterfish. So now I'm going to head in and somewhere and try and tuck in a little bit with a little bit more shelter, check a couple more snapper holes, and hopefully get a crayfish or two.
You can see at spot 2 here how bad the algae bloom is. On the surface in some areas I could barely see. You get these big patches of sort of browny red water. I'm taking my time as I'm trying to locate this nice snapper gut that I really enjoy diving. Snapper like locations like this where you've got a gutway that's sheltered on both sides. I spied a few nice looking rocks for a crayfish. And after inspecting a few, I finally found a small nest of them. A quite awkward reach, and sure enough I missed the only one that looks like it's legal. I try sneak my hand behind this one and it shoots away before I can grab it. Third time lucky, I find this nice big buck. I reposition myself for a better grab. And I miss again. Quite frustrating as I'm having a bit of a mare when it comes to grabbing crayfish today. But fortunately I always carry my 1050 Weddy torch. And I jam myself in this hole so I can get far enough back to grab this one. A good sized buck for our waters, so that'll be more than enough crayfish for me. I have one more snapper ground bait to check next to the boat before it's time to head home. Again, mostly smaller fish, but they'll still make great eating.
Managed to pick up another couple of nice snapper on that last swim, and also a nice big red cray. As you saw, a couple of those ones eluded me. I was a bit slow on the uptake. Fortunately managed to stab myself in the hand on the way back to the boat, which is going to hurt a lot tomorrow, but it's time to head back. Another good day on the water.